money by giving out loans.
Okay.
But they're not using the money people save with them. They're creating brand new money.
Okay, so I'm the bank. You give me money to save.
Correct.
I have money. Now you're a different person and you want a house. What do I do with this money?
You just keep it, I guess.
I fund pedophile, weird, gay sex, child molesting circles, because I'm the bankers in charge of the universe.
Correct, yeah.
And to give you money to buy a house, because you have to work and make the money real.
Yeah.
I just type in numbers on my duck keyboard. You think the elites don't have duck keyboards?
They do.
Quack, quack, quack. You've got $500,000 to buy a house. It's come from nowhere. The house is now owned by me until he gives me $500,000, but he has to work and slave away to take it in wages after paying taxes and give it to me so I can just type more out on my fucking duck keyboard.
Correct. So most of you don't realize that when banks lend money, they create the money from thin air. Now, we're going to give a very surface level understanding of fractional reserve banking. We want you guys to do your own research after the show to realize just how fucked the world is, because you're slaving away for money. You're desperate to get it. And I've been saying for a very long time the money's not real, and I am completely correct, because it is literally just invented numbers on a screen. You're giving up your life for inventing numbers on a screen. So when you get a car loan, a mortgage, a bank loan of any kind, they are not giving you money that other people have given them to save. No. They are creating new money from thin air and attaching debt to the money. You borrowed $500,000 for the house. You owe them a lot more than $500,000. You owe $700,000 or $800,000. So they've created brand new money plus debt, and it's your problem to get all the money from out there in the world somehow by working hard to pay back this imaginary money with the imaginary debt they've created to make them rich. They've made it all up. It's not real. Now, I know you're at home thinking, well, banks can't just make up as much new money as they want. And you're right, that would be irresponsible. So banks need to keep a certain amount of money at the Federal Reserve to make sure they can send money to other banks. This is like having enough in the bank to cover the checks they write. So usually it's around 10% fractional reserve banking, which is why they need to take your money in. So if you give them $1,000, which is 10%, they can then create $10,000 of imaginary money from the sky, and they will only give it to you if debt is attached, because then every single new dollar that's created is created with debt attached, which means there's not enough money in the world to pay back all the debts. So there's a huge proportion of the population which is constantly enslaved in the debt trap, and you can't simply make enough money to pay the debt off because there's so much debt everywhere, because all the money that's created is created with debt. Banks